In this video I posted last year, I was showing people through how I level my kick and my bass using a plugin I was using at the time, Infrasonic. I'd place an instance on the kick, an instance on the bass, find the fundamental peak value, and then level them accordingly. 2 plugins, back and forth, a lot of work. Now I have one which covers all the bases, and I'm going to show you exactly how I set up my kick and bass using it. But before I do, I don't want you to miss out on this. This isn't a fluff piece, it's a 3-day mixing accelerator. You're not going to get infographic memes telling you to cut 4 kilohertz because it hurts your ear, or boost 120 hertz because it's a magic low-end frequency. You're going to get 3 emails with pragmatic advice, phase relationships, leveling, resource and research and technical documents that will help you as a mixing engineer. Enjoy. Now let's jump into this. So I've got this kick and bass. My goal is match the fundamental of the bass and the kick stack before I start mixing. So what do we need to do this? We're going to need this free plugin, drum roll please, TDR Prism. Okay, it's a simple plugin which is going to do a lot for us here. So basically we get TDR Prism, we take a sidechain input, okay, from our kick bus, and that's going to feed into here. In here, what we have the option of doing is adding extra graphs for our sidechain signal, and we're going to do that. So we're going to add sidechain, make sure they're clicked. We're going to have one with the fast, one with the slow. The slow one is going to have a line, and we're going to use 1/12 octave smoothing. So when we play it, we should have the kick and the bass overlaid on a graph. Beautiful. So we'll turn off the fast response so we just get the lines. It's a little bit easier to work like this. That's a good start. Now I'm going to make this window a bit bigger. You can adjust it to whatever size you need. And what I want to do first, we're going to set up some of the parameters here to make it easier for us to level, is we want to find to the 10 in groups of 10 decibels, what's the nearest ceiling of the low end at the moment. About -20. So we're going to make the max -20. We're going to make the range 60 decibels, and that's going to give us a good amount of fidelity down here. And if you hold shift, you can actually zoom in to the frequencies there. Beautiful. Now, on my kick, what I'm going to do is add Pro Q4. Okay, and what this is going to allow us to do is to either use the output gain stage or an EQ to balance that low-end fundamental. So let's just roughly see how much volume we actually need in order to match the fundamentals in the low end. Alright, so there, okay, the red line, which is the kick drum, at the fundamental of 43.7 hertz, is 38.6 decibels, -38.6 decibels, and the white line is -30 decibels. So there's actually a difference of 8 decibels of gain at that low fundamental. So the option 1 is to bring our kick drum up by 8 decibels. Now that's actually not going to work, but it'll give us an idea of how this graphs here, and then we can make some EQ decisions. The reason why I don't like this is because the mid-range of the bass line is getting swallowed up by the kick drum. So what we want to do, instead of boosting by 8 decibels, is we'll bring this down, and we'll just use a low shelf here and boost the low end up. Let's see how this goes. And I reckon there's might be a little in between where we're going to boost the low end. Let's do this. We'll boost the low end by 4 decibels and gain up by 4 decibels. And now we've got sort of 3 leveling options. We're not going to gain up the signal completely by 8 decibels, but we can look between these two. One where we've got unity gain, but 8 decibel boost to the low end, or 4 decibel boost to the low end and 4 decibel boost to the overall kick drum signal. Let's have a look and listen. And I think somewhere in between, the 4 decibel boost to the low end and 4 dB gain up gets our fundamental at equal power to the actual baseline, and it doesn't lose all of its character. It's not how to mix low end. It's not going to give you the ultimate answer to finalizing your mixes, but it's a great tool for having accurate measurement and representation of what's happening in the sub-frequencies, especially when you want to troubleshoot, when you want to finesse any levels, any EQ. Simply adding the sidechain of the kick to the bass and then manipulating that kick to fit, or vice versa, is a powerful tool, and it's completely free. It's a single plugin, one instance, not two. And yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. And until next time, take care.